Hello, mech fans. This is Duncan Fisher. Hold on firmly to your mana potions, fireballs, and familiars, because you are tuning in to your regularly scheduled episode of the First Circuit Podcast.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the apparently Ian Droseri podcast today, because I'm the only one you can actually see.
Yes.
But apparently there are also other people here, and yeah, this is the First Circuit podcast, hosting today with me are beide.
Lark, I'm still the usual me.
Yep. The old Bob who's hiding.
I'm hiding because my house is a mess.
And of course myself. Old Bob, your house is a map. Tell us what's going on.
It's a mess, man. I'm moving out of California. So I'll be hiatus for about a month. I won't be able to have anything because all my stuff's going to be in a U-Pod. So it takes like 3 weeks to get to my address, but I'm going to get there in 5 days. So I'll be sleeping on the floor. Basically I'll be like a hermit in my own home. I'm going to have to cook fires in my bathtub.
Your old back can hold it.
With how things are going right now, with all the inflation, maybe being a hermit and being able to move would be useful.
Exactly. Definitely out of California, man. I'll be able to do a lot of different things that I wasn't able to do before, like buy a home, pretty much.
Yeah.
One home in
I wish I
California.
could do that.
Just my rant here. Sorry. One home in California, 400,000. I could buy 3 homes in where I'm going, no problem. Bigger homes than the 400,000 one. So it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer at all.
Buying an expensive European housing.
Yes.
A European house. How much is European houses?
Oh, well, you mentioned 400k. That's about the price I would have to pay for a proper-sized house that's far off the city, but still close enough for me to work.
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
That's not bad.
I like it.
But
So anyway,
houses
what
are
Bob's
better.
really
Okay,
trying
sorry.
to say here is he doesn't like you guys well enough to show his dirty house.
Yeah, you don't want to see my house, trust
Apparently,
me.
You're not that good a friend. Anyway, getting back on topic, this is the First Circuit podcast. Today we're going to talk about the Warden Pack for Mechwarrior Online, a fresh new booster pack, 2 mechs for, well, technically 4 mechs for $20. There are some more events and sales, including a free Timberwolf this month. There has been a major patch and upcoming patches that we're going to briefly touch on. And some miscellaneous stuff referring to Mechwarrior 5. And for me, very exciting, PdxCon remastered this year. And just a quick shout out, the game Wolves Wave 2 has launched. Wolves is a mech assault-like game, a fan project for those of you who like the old Xbox titles, and it's definitely worth checking out. It's really pretty and really fun.
Yep.
And diving into our first topic, the Warden Pack. I believe, Bida, you have a lot to say about that, so I'll just hand it off to you.
No, I got something. It's cool. Okay, go ahead.
Oh god, okay.
Go ahead.
I also have something. It's pretty. The
It's
paint
cool.
job's really good. Okay, Bida, tell us why it's not good.
Yeah, Biter, tell us why it's not good.
Okay. Yeah. I do the looks. I mean, it all depends how it's actually textured in game, because this is concept art. Like
yeah.
how glowy is those outlines, and how will that actually look in game? Like, what it's great is as preview art. When I want to actually take a mech into a battlefield, particularly since these both will have ECM, which is the big draw for them. I usually want to stay low profile rather than cosplaying as a Tron.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was wondering about that too, about the colors. Like, is it going to look like that? Because
I hope so.
Really?
They're-
I don't like that. I don't know. That's not me.
The Legend Killer, the Rifleman hero, already has, I think, a kind of Tron color scheme that you can do. You can put the base to black, then the others you can put to bright colors, and you can sort of see how it works. And for me, at least, I put the highlights into a purple color, and that way it still has the cool kind of outlining effect, but it isn't so bright and vibrant on the battlefield. And so it's a nice midpoint compromise. So you can always do something with these paint schemes.
Well, according to lore,
Bida,
they actually
trying
had
to be efficient and good at the game, and I'm just sitting here. This looks pretty. That prettiness is reason for me to buy it.
It looks pretty, and according to lore, they actually painted their mechs pink and purple and all that kind of stuff to be vibrant on the battlefield, and that's what they did. Like I said, a camouflaged or stuff like that. Mechs at that time, or mechs in general, basically like all the different units and everything throughout lore had whatever colors they could put on there, like whatever works.
Oh, Bob, I challenge you to a battle in the name of the Jade Falcons.
Oh, screw
You
Jade
dare not
Falcons.
refuse my challenge.
What challenge? I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. One thing, at least reading through the forums, I think people are saying that very much reminds them of MechWarrior 2 and the old 90s cartoons with the enhanced
Yep.
imaging
Yeah.
aesthetic.
Yeah, you're right,
Yep.
actually. Yeah. True. That
Yep.
is true. Oh, man. That's right.
And I think they've confirmed that we have Mark Nicholson to thank for this decision.
Nice.
All right. Cracking into the actual mechs first. I think looking at the Timberwolf, it's the Bounty Hunter variant, and so my first thoughts was just the question of, is this a hero mech? Because normally, at least, a named variant will be a hero.
Mhm.
Looking on the forums, at least, Darren says that they aren't doing a hero model for the game right now. So that seems to imply for me that, since we have a Timberwolf Bounty Hunter and a Timberwolf Bounty Hunter with an S, like a special variant. And I think in the FAQ as well, it says both variants will be coming out for C-Bills. So I thought I wanted to clear that up first. Right, what does this Timberwolf offer? Well, it has another energy CT hardpoint, same old, same old. In the left also, just a single energy hardpoint and a low mount, which we'll need quirks to make it
Ian,
worth it compared to like.
And go ahead and enhance it. Sorry. Go ahead and
All
enhance
right.
it.
Yeah,
Activating
it's
enhanced imaging.
Yeah, enhanced imaging. There you go. Okay.
too enhanced. There we
Yeah.
go. Yes. But the biggest thing is really just the right torso, where you have ECM and one low mounted energy. This means your Timmies will be able to actually, on all your Timberwolves, since it's an Omni mech, you'll be able to equip ECM as long as you're happy taking that right torso Omnipod.
Yeah, that is true, actually.
Yeah. So this mech doesn't really give too much that's interesting. Like, at least currently in the game, Timberwolves, of course, have terrible agility, and there's not really many interesting quirks for all the different Omnipod choices. So why take one energy hardpoint on the left torso when you could take three? That being said, though, in the future, the Timberwolf, I think in May, it already will have the huge buffs to the Timberwolf agility, and there will be things like strong set of bait quirks and quirks for the Omnipods with less hard points. So we'll have to wait and see what the quirks are for the Timberwolf, because it's kind of boring until it is quirked and agility'd up.
True.
All right.
Like I've been noticing, there have been a lot of people playing like Timbies, but I've been noticing they've been dying a lot though. So
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, Timmies are one of those weird picks for me, where I'm like, they are super pretty, and they are the embodiment of what BattleTech is about. Just looking at Timberwolf walking in front of me, this is BattleTech, and this is why I love the Timberwolf. But I'm also one of the guys who plays it at near stock in the Prime configuration. Yeah. And this laser vomit variant just doesn't speak to me at all. So if I'm picking up this pack, I'm just gonna swap it out to the Prime variant and play stock standard Timberwolf with a pretty color scheme. And that's gonna be it for me.
Okay.
Fair enough. We all have to wait and see how these things are being balanced. And thankfully, like the other booster pack, there's a very large pre-order window, so you don't have to pre-order now. You can wait until the pack is actually out and all the quirks are released and everything like that to get your purchase, and you will still get the pre-order rewards.
I thought that was a good idea that did that. That was good because people find out how it is, and it's amazing.
Very consumer friendly. I love that choice.
Yeah,
All right,
true.
moving on to the Direwolf C. This one, the first thing first, CT with a jump jet and ECM together. So you can't put anything else there, but ECM on the dire whale, a more sneaky turret.
Oh no.
Yeah, true. Wow.
Direwolf wasn't doing too well, at least compared sometimes to, like, the versatility of a Mad Cat Mark II. I mean, it could shoot a lot, but you're always this big clunky thing. Again, Direwolf as well is going to get a whole bunch of agility buffs, particularly for its torso, like twist speed and how far it can actually twist. So it might, it's going to get a lot of help in the future. Um, ECM is just going to further help, but this means you only get ECM with the Direwolf if you're taking a Direwolf C. So if the ECM is particularly valuable in Direwolves, you will only see one
Yeah.
one particular variant.
Yeah.
Up next is just to talk about, I think, its head and its arms. One missile, one energy in each arm, and a missile head. Head missile you can't do too much with,
No.
but Direwolf has always been kind of limited in missile hard points, and this variant has exploded the number of missile hard points you can do. I haven't done any theory crafting yet because the Timberwolf still needs to actually spend its tonnage, and I'm not sure if like an ATM loadout or something like that. I mean, you could do a troll loadout for sure, like a lot of LRMs. LRMs are nice and compact, but um, and one thing I'm not sure yet. Well, it's only upper arm actuators, so you won't be able to aim the arms very well. You'll have to face your entire brick at the target to use any lock-ons or anything like that. Still, I'm kind of interested in the idea you take the Timberwolf, the CT missile, the missile head, the 2 missile on the left torso, and missiles in the arms, and like take a lot of SRMs and try and make a splat build or something. I don't know. That finally, the Timberwolf can actually take some missiles. Who knows whether that's useful?
Direwolf.
Direwolf.
Direwolf, sorry, yes.
You've said Timber a lot of times. I
Timber,
was
yeah,
talking about a
whoopsie.
Direwolf.
Oops.
Yeah,
Ah, stupid clans with their names.
I'm
Just
thinking
call
more
them
about
Mad Cat and
the
Daishi.
yeah. Oh, the Daishi left torso, we have a jump jet and 3 energy. So we used to have a jump jet a hard point with like 2 energy, 1 ballistic and 1 missile. You switch out the ballistic and missile for more energy. Um, it always kind of runs out of slots if you're trying to put missiles and DACA along with the energy. So being more specialized on left torso is nice. Right torso is jump jet and 1 energy. So unless it has an interesting quirk, it's not worth it. And yeah, that more or less I think is my impressions and sort of the gameplay implications. It all how good these are really depends on future balance decisions, and that's why you might as well wait and to see what kind of things are quirked for. But the biggest draw is just the fact that both of them are getting ECM, and the Direwolf is getting missile arms, missile head, and a bit more energy in the left torso for now. That's the most interesting things.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna like it because A, it's cool. Okay, I'm just a cool guy right now. And B is the pack items that it comes with. I mean, for $20 for 4 mechs, it's not bad. But what I'm
let's
wondering,
talk about those items.
yeah, like let's talk about the items here. The currency you
Where
get
do we
8
want to
million.
start?
Well, let's just do with the Warden Booster Pack items. The currency you get 8 million like C-Bill's 200 GSP, so you're able to go ahead and kit out like these mechs themselves with anything you want, like
2
extra.
of the 4.
Yeah, 2 of the 4. Sorry, 2 of the 4. The
Yep.
standing cockpit items look interesting. Yeah, I don't know about the Timby actually walking. If they have that walking, it'd be kind of nice, just like they have it for the Uzil or the other ones that they did.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, the other ones that they did before, or even it has it like a little laser system where it actually makes the Timby like real quick and starts walking. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know. The Warhorn, gotta see
My
about
little
that.
proviso
Yeah.
on the cockpit items would just be that the last packs, like particularly the Warhorn, was very unremarkable.
Yeah,
Like it didn't
yeah,
have an animation. The sound it played was really boring. Um, and right now as well, they're really busy with Mechwarrior 5 and the
yeah.
DLC release and everything like that. Like the patch for Mechwarrior Online isn't doing so well either because they're busy with other things. And so
Yeah.
I have a feeling, I would say set my expectations low for that little standing
Yes.
item. It won't
I
be
know.
walking. It will literally just
Well,
be
it
standing.
is
I
it
hope
is
for the
a low
best.
poly model for a reason, right?
Probably so.
Even this release has just concept art at the moment, like for the the bolt-ons, and there's some they tell us that this is not a final work in progress.
Yeah. Well, I hope the cockpit item would be kind of cool if they actually had it say enhanced imaging. basically based off the cartoon.
Oh, that'd be so
Yeah,
great, but
that'd
that's
be
probably
awesome.
a licensing nightmare.
Yeah,
Knowing the
probably
Battletech
so.
franchise.
As far as decals, yeah, I never really did anything for decals. I just whatever. Okay, the one cool thing I
Um,
love about this though
how
is
was the flag before for the other pack? Of course,
I it was
it's very
I
though. I don't really
barely
care
saw
for
it.
flags. Most
I
people don't.
barely saw it. Plus, also it puts you on the battlefield like shoot that guy, type thing. So I really didn't use it that much. Um, yeah,
Okay, but with this pack, you need those flags because you're a clanner.
I'm not a clanner,
You
so I know
want
what you're
people to
talking.
shoot you.
I
It's
capture clan
important that
mechs
you have
and then
flags.
kill people with them. So that's what I do. I'm not a clanner. Okay, but the coolest thing about
Ah,
this is if you do the early adapter like rewards, you do get additional 200 GSP. So that's 4 mechs. You get to go and kit out, which would be the whole the whole thing there. One hanging item or one hanging item times 2 with 5% CBO boost. Cool. I have those. I have them somewhere. I have like 2 or 3 of those things throughout my mechs. I can't find them anymore, so I just don't care about those. Bombadil, if you can make it so you can find freaking your stuff, your items somewhere, that'd be fine. That'd be
They
perfect.
That would be great, but they're really busy right
I
now.
know, but still, I don't know
Yeah,
where my
it's
stuff is. I have no clue where my stuff is. I don't want to go through
okay,
like 700.
Bob,
Okay, sorry,
you've
my bad.
ranted about this enough. Let's talk about the really exciting
Okay,
stuff.
the really cool, exciting stuff is the bolt-ons. Oh my god! Finally, they have a chance to put some elementals like in it without, with like, just oh god, that's so cool. That's so awesome. I hope I hope it looks cool. I hope they actually stay on and don't like get popped off like normal. But I think that's a cool idea that they did this. This is like the best part of the whole thing is why I would want to spend $20 for this pack. It's just those bolt-ons, and that's it. That's everything else is just gravy, and those are the added things to it. I just love that idea. And finally, we get elementals like inside the game. I'm not a clanner, but I
Um,
love elementals too.
with the Striker Booster Pack, could you immediately buy the bolt-ons for different mechs? Or were they locked?
I didn't check. I didn't
those
check on that.
were made particularly for the
Yeah,
Dragon and Thunderbolt, so you couldn't equip. I'm not sure if you could take those to other variants. I didn't get the pack.
yeah. I
Hmm.
didn't check on that though, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure
Yeah,
about that.
probably these ones are gonna be available a bit down the line at least, though. So you can probably pick up those bolt-ons later on.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're really cool, and I'm 100% gonna pick them up one way or another.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's worth $20 to me just having that. That's just awesome.
It,
I love
it's
that.
very well going to very well cater to its the fan base.
Oh, definitely.
The question is, of course, this is very early sort of concept sketch art, and they are very busy. So the
Yeah,
question is, how is this implemented? The way the bolt-on system works, I haven't interacted with it much, but there's like, there's several spots or slots that sort of fit onto the mechs. But then again, these are made for these particular variants. But it usually goes that you could have a head mount, shoulder mount, an elbow mount, a backpack mount, for example, and at least if they're trying to, quickly cobble this together, I wouldn't be surprised if, particularly since this concept art only shows the elementals on one side of the mech. Like, we're not going to have 6 elementals or whatever
Ah,
bestraddling these
5.
mechs. Yeah,
Should be.
5 or something like that, maybe. In the end, yeah, we'll have to just wait and see what aesthetics they actually go with and where their system is happy placing them, because I'm not sure exactly, but at least there would be some people in the company whining about, oh no, well if you put that elemental on the shoulder and then equip a shoulder pad, then they occlude, and it's like, well, yeah, just don't do that. But who knows? Just yeah, this very early concept art, and we'll have to wait and see how they actually implement it, just like the camo schemes. Oh, and talking about camo schemes is obviously you will want to paint your mech at times, and you will probably want to be able to paint your elementals. How will the elementals be painted compared to the
good
mech?
question.
We just don't know.
Good question, because like all the animals have different depending on what type of clan they're from, they have different type of like paint schemes.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
question.
don't get your hopes that high.
I
I
know,
would
but
expect they just
still,
have a flat gray, something
we'll
simple.
be flat. You'll be flat
It
white,
works.
basically.
Bolt-ons can be colored in, of course, and I think you it almost feels mandatory that you should at least be able to try and color in your elementals.
Yeah, and I believe you can place decals on Boltons as well, right?
You can place.
So you can put your tiny Jade Falcon badge on the side of the elemental.
Yeah. Also, there's the question of how much these guys stick out, and they're probably, if they stick out too much, they'll have to be bolt-ons that fall off, after being brushed.
100%. If you look at the Direwolf that I'm currently sharing, the shoulder one alone is definitely gonna fall off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
and makes sense if you're a tiny suit on a mech and a large laser shoots you, you either explode or you let go. Right?
No, you explode.
Makes sense that it would fall
You
off.
definitely explode.
Oh god! They exploded an explosion of confetti.
What would be really cool though is if the Bolton didn't fall off completely, but you had the arm left hanging on your mech and just the rest of the elemental gone.
That'd be awesome.
Oh no!
That'd be
Morbid.
amazing for a future Bolton update.
That'd be
PGI,
morbid,
if you're
man.
listening one day.
Oh god. But yeah, I'm probably gonna pick it up just because it's $20. I'll get the paint scheme of like the pirate thing because all my clan mechs have pirate paint schemes because I captured them, so I'll probably do that. But still cool though. I mean, I definitely do like it.
A lot more enticing than the Striker Pack in some senses, because the Striker Pack are very mediocre mechs that had very mediocre hub points, whereas these just ECM is always nice in quick play at the very least, and
definitely.
just the paint schemes and the bolt-ons are very much going to be appreciated.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. For me, the sticking out point compared to the Striker Pack is definitely the optics of this one. I'm not a particularly huge fan of either of those mechs. I'm probably still gonna pick up the pack just to support PGI in their endeavor because I didn't pick up the last one. I'm gonna pick up this one.
Yeah.
And still, it's really hard to give a buy or not buy recommendation right now before we know at the very least the quirks they're gonna get in the game with. So
do you know how early they do the quirks? It's like what, 2 weeks before or something?
Well, worst case, we're gonna get them when they release in game. So
yeah,
true. Okay.
We'll probably report back in a future episode of First Circuit on this.
Yeah, definitely. Still cool though. I mean,
and the nice thing is as well, because they don't always give us all the things like agility values, it doesn't matter because these are Omnimax and they all have the same agility values. It's wonderful. Even in the things that they don't tell us about, it doesn't matter in this case.
Okay, what's next on the agenda there?
Moving on, we've got the events and sales.
Okay.
Which one do you guys want to start with?
Perhaps just a funny little thing is the free Timberwolf event, Leader of the Pack monthly thing going on. Obviously, giving everybody a Timberwolf when Timberwolves currently kind of suck is kind of lame, but this hopefully in a week or so's time will have a huge buff to the Timberwolf's agility at the very least. So you won't be so sluggish whilst piloting this thing.
Actually, I've been seeing a lot of hype on the Twitter, and a lot of people have been liking that. Actually, getting the free Timberwolf, a lot of people have been liking that. The free mech and everything. Is Mechwarrior down?
Oh no! Oh boy! Yeah, the website is not responding.
Yeah, because I'm looking right now. Holy
That's
cow.
the second time. Okay, let's skip to a completely different topic. Mechwarrior Online was down a couple days ago, and no one knows why.
Exactly.
It went back up a few hours later, and PGI said everything's fine and back to normal, and now it's down again.
Now it's down again.
Oh
During
boy!
the podcast. Oh my god.
Well, that's gonna be inconvenient for us.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah.
So yeah, there's an event going on. You can get a free Timberwolf. None of us screenshotted the event, so we have no idea what you need to do.
Oh boy.
It's the usual, just play the game more or less, not jump through some hoops to get the Timby, but it just encourages you to play.
5,000 energy, 10,000. Hold on, like I'm doing from memory. 10,000 match score. Win 10 times, I think, and have over like 20 times with 250 or something like that. Okay, I got it right now. Okay, it's back up, I guess.
Hey.
Let's see if I was right on this. And loading very slowly. Damn.
I definitely know there's an event where you have to shoot on one UAV.
Yes, thank God. 50 kills. 50 kills are KMDDs, accumulate 10,000 match score, 10 victories, and 5,000 damage with energy weapons. Not too hard to do, actually. KMDDs might take a little bit to do, but you don't need to do the rest of these in order to go and get this done, so that's kind of nice.
It's just like with the last remake event, we're fairly happy with sort of the stuff that they sort of make you do. Um, even though you do have to shoot down the UAV, it's just one. It's not
Yeah,
a
it's not
ton.
10.
And yeah, we're
Thank,
not jumping through too many hoops.
thank God. Yeah, that's just, God. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Okay.
Interestingly enough, for me at least, Timberwolf tied to energy weapon damage. If I look at the Timberwolf, traditionally it's a mixed, very much mixed loadout. This time the only requirement is energy weapon, which probably leads to the whole debate of Mechwarrior Online Timberwolves are kind of energy bolts and not much else, which is sad. But
Well,
hey.
current state of balance is that you don't really want to be exposing with your Timmy because he's such a clumsy blob, and so I encourage most people to take the Timberwolf with like support weapons like LRMs or ATMs with some backup lasers. Like you're more of a support boat right now because the mech is so thoroughly undercooked and agilityed. It's lagged behind in the game.
Yeah. But I do like how they got the names of it. Little
I
Wolf
think
puppers go arr. I love that. The names of the events and the names of the things. Like go up to the top one.
Oh,
Little
yeah.
Wolf puppers go arr.
Yes.
So good thing. Basically like I like that. Just kind of cool. But yeah, it's really easy to
Matt
do.
always puts the work
Yeah.
in to make sure there's fun and quirky names for the thing. I think maybe part of the incentive for making it only energy for the Timberwolf is that you are being given the champion variant, or is it not? The champion is all energy, but the regular
Well, you
one,
mix
yeah, you're
match
giving a
too.
champion.
Yeah, you mix match too, like with the different omnipods. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really not
I'm
that
just
bad.
saying the champion comes with 2 large pulse and 3 medium lasers. Like it's an all energy loadout. It has hard points for other weapons, but the current champion mech build is an energy boat.
Yeah. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, all these are really easy to do. So it's just play the game, literally. Play the game and you'll be fine.
As always, free mech events, we like them a lot. The objectives are pretty well balanced, in my opinion. Takes a bit, but it's not impossible. And the Timberwolf as a giveaway is not one of the better mechs in the game, which makes a lot of sense for a free mech. And I like it. It's definitely an okay
it's iconic.
mech to give away.
Definitely like iconic. Plus you get
it's definitely iconic.
Yeah. 250 MC as well. So just do all the things. You 250 MC, you get 25 GSP and a bunch of colors, and that's kind of cool about that. That's really nice.
Moving on to the next event that is still going on for a little while is the Striker Booster Pack Challenge. Bob, have you tried to do any of this?
Let me check actually. I forgot actually. Hold on, let me get to this. Bonus event. There we go. Let me see where I'm at on this actually. I check out the event.
As long as you play all like the C-Build variants and the C-Build boosted variants, you'll usually get most of these no problem.
Yeah, I did everything but the strike oppose. With the mag pouches, I didn't really care about that. Don't really care about that because I can't find my cockpit items. But I did
this gives more of those cockpit items. So you just need to win a match in every single one.
Yeah, that's the one I didn't do was strike a post, and that's it. All the rest of them, I didn't care after that. I didn't care after I got everything else done. So it's like, it's still there. It's not bad. It's not as good as the Timberwolf one. I think Timberwolf one's a lot better.
Well, this is just a cherry on top of actually, pre-ordering the pack or buying the pack around when it comes out.
Yeah.
So it's giving you premium time. Like how much GSP? 100 extra GSP on top
Yeah.
of the 200 or so you get base, and if you pre-ordered, you got another 200. So,
Yeah.
what was it 500 GSP in total? 7 days premium time, 2 extra mech bays on top of the mech base you're getting for the mechs.
The mech base, yeah,
Some,
that was definitely a bonus.
yeah, and you're getting bonus mag pouches, which I think might be the Siebel boosted hanging cockpit item. So, like, you got 4 Siebel boosted hanging items just to chuck in mechs and then lose.
Yeah, yeah, basically losing
Yeah.
your mass with 700 mechs. But
But,
I still got to redeem the 7 days premium time. I've been waiting on that. I'm gonna wait a couple more days. Like once I do the get in Timberwolf one, the last one, I'm gonna click that, get my 7 days premium time. Then I have an extra 7 days of the doing the Timberwolf one as well. Because I have a certain amount of time to go play the game, so I can't I don't want to waste that C-bill boost.
So,
all right.
are you saying you don't have 600 days backed up?
No, but actually, old Bob finally went through all of his 700 days of premium time. It's gone, and now I got 30 or 40.
This is the long
Yeah.
game plan of PGI. If they just leave the game fallow for 2 years, then everyone's premium time will run out, and then
exactly.
hopefully they'll buy more.
Exactly. Yeah, Bob's out. He only has 60 days or something like that. 60 days of the click one or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
All right,
I've
to
made
wrap
sure
up
to
quickly.
only activate time when I need it, so I still have plenty backed up.
Mm,
And the
that's
website is down again, so don't click anything if you wanna
crap, dude.
look at something.
Actually, it's up now. It's up.
All
Okay.
right, and going for extra, very old time sales and events that we haven't had a chance to cover. What was it? Sales for Science came out, so all the mechs and equipment and everything, 50% off when they released the big patch that had all the weapon changes. I think this is a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
It's just what you needed when everyone is filling with their builds and want to pick up more mechs and really help give an extra kick into the game when you do the big interesting patch. The only thing was it took a little bit for the sales for Science to actually come out. So I was like, okay, patch, you're out. I want to buy things. I shall wait for 12 hours or something like that until it actually came out. And I think there was a streamer in Devant, which is the thing.
I didn't get a chance to go participate in that, but everyone loved it though. Everyone loves that kind of stuff. Kind of fun.
Yep.
Yeah,
Cool event. You can earn 100 GSP if you kill someone, which is always very much appreciated.
Yeah, definitely.
Good thing. Hey,
good thing they get the streamers
Ross
involved.
Bullock retweeted. We are aware that there's an issue with the website and the game. Oh no.
Oh wow. It's our convenience. No, that was posted 6 days ago on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
3 days ago.
The
next time.
issues are continuing.
Yeah. Start a new playthrough for MechWarrior 5.
It's loading. It's back up.
It's loading. Okay, cool. Wow. Okay.
It is interesting the actual whole website is going down because I would understand perhaps some issues with them fiddling around with the EU servers recently, and maybe EU players would have some issues, but no, this is the entire site.
Yeah.
Well, stuff happens. I don't blame him too hard. Anyway, streamer hunt up to 96 possible bounty targets. I just want to stress that because it's much easier getting 1 out of 96 than 1 out of 5.
Is
10,
that 96?
20, what we had early on.
Is there 96 streamers for Mechwarrior?
Apparently.
Wow.
Between the streamers and the devs.
It also includes alts, but
alts too. Yeah. I got a couple alts. I got Young Bob. Yeah,
I see the Young Bob.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Old Bob and Young Bob are listed separately, for example.
And the Jon Battletech. Oh no.
Okay. Damn. I didn't realize. Okay. Well, alts too, and I know that some of the streamers actually went ahead and made tier 5 guys or new just so the tier 5 guys have a chance to get the 100 GSP.
Yep.
Yeah, some friendly Smurf accounts to give lower tiers some chances to earn some GSP, because those are the ones who really need it. I'm sitting on thousands of GSP. I don't really mind if I get more, but it doesn't affect me.
That's a good thing. Okay, cool. That was a good thing they did that. Do we have any more events and sales? We got did we do the Mech 4 or Mech the 4th?
So Mech the 4th is actually related to Mechwarrior 5s.
Okay.
Let's
releasing.
touch
I
on
don't think
that.
there's any of them.
If I can open up, just give the website a couple more minutes.
Okay.
Let's see. I do remember a couple of the things from the Mechwarrior 5 page. So there's definitely the announcement trailer, which I can grab off YouTube to play in the background.
Yeah, they did a great job on revamping the Mech5 site. Actually, really good job on that.
Well, let me open it up.
Damn.
Yep, because PGI has been acquired by EG7. EG7 conglomerate of several different studios, and they also include a marketing team, I think.
Yes.
So obviously,
Yep.
they can lend their expertise in helping Mechwarrior 5 with its big multi-platform release of the upcoming DLC.
True.
It's kind of like they have professionals now to do marketing for them, which is a nice change of pace.
But I liked watching someone stumble around who didn't really even know how to play their own game.
Yeah, hey.
And you got the trailer? There we go.
All right.
That's true. Okay. Yeah, great job on the trailer. Really nice trailer for, I think it's only a minute, but still did a great job on that. The page is beautiful. The DLC itself, we're not going to get too much into it, but career mode, it's like BattleTech from Harebrained Schemes Light. So they kind of copied them a little bit and just a little bit, and then popped it in there. But infantry is going to be a big problem, from what I understand. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Infantry will be a problem, so just let you guys know about that. They're really hard to kill.
The trailer might be kind of short, but it has a very frenetic pace, plenty of explosions, relatively good shots compared to what they did before, a lot of action. It's just keeping up that frenetic pace while still giving the eyes enough time to sort of see what's going on, and having a reasonable through line with all the action is, it's just got the extra level of polish.
Yeah.
I do find it also funny, of course, that the actual gameplay is always stuck inside cockpits, and these are all just outside mech shots. But to try and cover up that discrepancy, the team has gone with the tagline "Step inside." So, somebody is saying, "Oh, I look at all these cool mechs; they're shooting and explosions from third-person view." But then it says "Step inside," and they do at least show you going into the cockpit, so you can't be upset when you actually play the game as much.
Yeah, they also
I was about to say, if only the game had the kind of pace that you can see in the trailer.
Oh God, that would be nice.
Yeah, I think from a trailer, like at least if I'm putting it together, a cockpit view always looks like you're sort of looking through a letterbox view. You're always sort of boxed in, and that doesn't give the right energy you typically want. At least this one wants to have the energy of explosions and killing things, rather than driving a car, which just feels kind of mundane.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah,
new mechs, new mech variants, new biomes, 50 new mech variants, extrasolar moon, new biomes, which is kind of nice, new type of mission type, which is really cool, new weapon and equipment, ECM, chemical lasers, mech rifle, which is really bizarre, and then infantry and tanks, and lots of tanks. So the arcade version, hopefully they take out the arcade version of it and make it into actually, kind of cool, I guess. I don't know.
We have heard about most of these changes before.
Yeah.
It's just nice at least listing them all out there. It's a quick to simple, easy to read form. We have to just wait and see, when the game actually comes out, the patch comes out, the DLC comes out, how it all, impacts gameplay, and hopefully it'll add an extra spark to life to Mechwarrior 5, because it's been a while of the same thing.
Well, you're coming out on Steam and also Xbox and PlayStation, so that's gonna have another boost. I was watching, I think, No Guts No Galaxy, and he did say it didn't really, or someone said, I forgot who it was. I think it was NG, but he did say it didn't really give the boost that they needed for MechWarrior Online for people coming for MechWarrior 5. I don't know who actually said that, and I think that's true. Because I didn't really see a big, huge ass boost of people coming in to go play MechWarrior Online from MechWarrior 5.
Well, the update hasn't released.
Yeah, but
so
this is back when Epic came out. This is back when
to paint with a very broad brush, like you could sort of say, if you look at Steam usage charts or things like Twitch, games like Harebrained Schemes BattleTech have a very active community on Steam and on Twitch. And so that game has very much got an audience and has kept that audience. MechWarrior 5, however, I think is fallen way behind things
Yeah.
like MechWarrior Online even, and so um, it needs to find a new audience, which is why it's trying more platforms, and hopefully their updates to the game will help keep people around. But as it is, just MechWarrior 5, as a general rule, just isn't it doesn't grab your attention as much as BattleTech or MechWarrior Online does. It doesn't keep you.
Absolutely.
Well, hopefully with the new
Though
type
reading,
editions, they will.
I made sure to read some of the previews you can get from various game outlets and stuff, and I took a look at the comments to just try and gain some kind of general feeling how people feel about this. And there were a lot of people saying like, "Oh, MechWarrior! I always heard about MechWarrior like many, many years ago, and I never got the chance to play it." And like, "Oh, cool, new MechWarrior game, gonna check it out once it's on Steam." So I'm still kind of optimistic that maybe the game can claw back. But one really important thing to mention, or well, two really important things to mention that are hidden in this little page. Co-op and DLC compatibility. You will be able to cross-play between different platforms. That's one of the things we weren't certain about, whether you can cross-play between Steam and
Yeah.
Epic.
Mhm.
It's very much in here. It's cross-play compatible for all platforms. So that's definitely cool.
Very
Co-op
good.
compatibility for the DLC. If you have the DLC in host, people who join your game can play even if they don't have the DLC, which is definitely the correct approach to
That
handling
is
DLC
definitely
co-op.
good. Yeah. Yeah. True. True.
And then finally, the
Price.
price. We were promised a much lower price on the Steam release, which we have gotten with $30 compared to 50 on the Epic initial release.
I think it was 49 or 39. I forgot which.
49. It was definitely more than 40.
It's like 49, like, so yeah, you had to round up to 50. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 50. So yeah, lowered price for the base game, which I mean the game is 1 year old by now, so it makes sense that it's lower.
Mhm.
It also makes a lot of sense since the base game was never really worth $50 in my opinion. DLC $20. I'm a bit on the fence about that one. I would have hoped for $15. But I'm gonna reserve my judgment until I've played it and
Dude, that's one
have
lunch.
seen how good
That's
it
one
is.
lunch
I
for
would've
two
liked-
people. That's one lunch for two people. That's nothing. Basically,
I would have liked. The thing is just that the DLC is a good percentage of the actual full release. If it were $15, it would be half that of the full game. Instead, it's like what, 2/3. So are you getting 2/3 of an extra game? I really think that's stretching it for the DLC.
Mm-hmm.
well, they got
Yep.
50 mechs, 50 new variants, and then 7 new mechs. So, and then all the different DLCs and all that kind of, all the different stuff that's in there, like infantry and new career mode and stuff
You
like
get
that.
you run
So,
into some of the issues like with the BattleTech DLC, whereupon and BattleTech DLC wasn't that like it was priced around $15 each or $20 I think
yeah,
actually.
yeah.
But the thing is, in my head a little bit is more variants and more weapons sounds cool on paper, but it just means you're diluting the loot tables. So,
Yes.
oh, my AC-10's got destroyed. Do I have any spares? Oh wait, no, I keep getting mech rifles and all these other weird various things being dropped.
Yeah.
So now I have to change my entire build.
And I don't know how familiar you guys are with a lot of the BattleTech not DLCs, mod packs there. And one thing I've absolutely noticed if I'm playing one of the more content-rich mod packs, you don't get to experience a lot of the mechs. That's the main issue. Like you have your curve where your company grows from light mechs up to assault mechs. And throughout that curve, you can very much try to divert and get some mechs that you don't usually pick up. But you're still limited as to how many mechs of a certain weight class you can actually play before you just outclass them because your company level has risen too much.
Yeah.
And that's the same issue that Mechwarrior 5 is eventually going to run into. May it be with more DLCs, may it be with mod packs. Eventually, you just can't experience all of the mechs that exist. So more variants aren't that big of a sales pitch, in my opinion.
Well, also too, it's like power creep though. Basically, kind of when I played MechWarrior 5, as soon as I got the assault mechs, I mean everything else was just put in mothball, and you don't get a chance to go play these other small mechs that you want to go play. Say like the Vulcan is cool for like the first couple hours, and then you're sitting there going, okay, well, yeah, I need the Marauder too, or I need the Corsair, that type of thing. I need these other bigger mechs to go and complete these things. It's more a
always
challenge.
been the issue with all of the Mechwarrior titles, and I don't blame PGI for not fixing that issue because it's really hard to fix.
Yeah, it is hard to fix. Yeah,
basically comes down. You need to give your player enough incentive to stay with a certain difficulty level for long enough that they have a chance to really play their light mechs, for example.
that's good. Yeah, that's
and
good. Yeah.
The way MW5 is currently set up, that incentive just isn't there. Like the missions are too samey, they're not diverse enough. Like in BattleTech, you later on got flashpoints, which kind of forced you to grab some of the lighter mechs back out of storage.
Yeah.
In MechWarrior 5, you have to force yourself to stay in that low difficulty area and just force yourself to do those easier missions with lighter mechs for a while if you want to experience them.
True.
One other thing to also touch on is regarding variants is we're talking stock mechs with the more restrictive mech lab. So you're always just limited with what you can actually do with those variants, and sometimes you just want certain variants of a mech. So adding more variants, it's not the same as Mechwarrior Online or Harebrained Schemes BattleTech because the mech lab is so much more restrictive. You just always have to just make do with what hardpoints you have available to you, and so therefore more variants aren't actually that interesting always. You're always just making do.
Yeah, there's always going to be one variant that's your go-to. That's the one you want, and everything else is just meh compared to that.
Yeah, true.
Like cicadas, I mean, most aren't that great in the first place, but there's some with larger engines than the others. And at least to try and make do, you want to pick up the variants that have the downsized engines in general.
Well,
and if you add more variants of cicadas with giant engines and just, oh, well, this one has, instead of 2 medium blazers, it's just got 4 machine guns or something. It's like, whoa, yay, that's another mech variant to sell.
At least that one has some diversity. The prime example has to be the catapult between the C1 and the C4, where one of them is just a straight up better version of the other one because it has the same hard points and more. And one of them is just straight up more restrictive with no additional benefit to it.
Yep.
So, yeah, more variants, meh. But
I to address the fundamental core issues of the game in regards to fun, I would say you would want to actually revamp the mech lab rather than work on adding more variants.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think Mechwarrior 5 would have to go as far as mod pack like Rogue Tech for BattleTech, where you can do basically anything because at that point it doesn't matter what chassis you pick. The only thing that matters is your max weight, and everything else you can just stash together. But you would need some more flexibility to make Mechwarrior 5 be worthwhile to stay around with light mechs for a while longer.
Yeah. And put stock in whoever makes Cicada. Okay. Put stock in whatever company that makes them.
Well, they said they fixed that.
Okay. I hope so.
There are going to be less cicadas in the future.
Thank God.
But yeah, we've been diving kind of deep into Mechwarrior 5 again, which we originally wanted to avoid. Mechwarrior 5 is going to release on cross-platforms May 27th, which is really close by. DLC is going to release on the same date. I'm at least somewhat excited. I'm definitely going to pick it up on launch day, and the First Circuit is going to report back soon thereafter to give you our impressions.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I mean, anything BattleTech, MechWarrior, that kind of thing is to bring new people into the game itself is awesome. And I mean, it's visually cool. It needs some buffs and modifications and all that kind of stuff, but still, it's BattleTech. Like what can I say? BattleTech, man. Buy it, BattleTech.
All right. And speaking of BattleTech, you know the company who made BattleTech, Harebrained Schemes?
What do they do now?
They're part of the Paradox family now, and they've been working on some project that wasn't announced. And at the time of the release of this episode, next weekend, so this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, is going to be PdxCon remixed, as it's called, in 2021, because obviously Paradox can't do a in-person PdxCon, which I'm really sad about, because I was quite looking forward to it. Anyway, there's going to be a digital event this weekend. If you have the time, check it out. There are going to be a lot of great panels by a lot of different game studios and people that are going to talk about things that may hopefully interest you, including some panels that feature a certain Jrnyman, who is
he's gonna be there.
always
Cool.
a prime target to listen to. Even if you have no idea what he's talking about, it's still going to be enjoyable. So check it out. And yeah, we're going to probably, most likely, kind of confirmed learn what HBS is working on. So
Yeah,
I'm very much excited to see what the future holds for that studio.
It's been hush hush. I've
it's been-
as soon as they did a Battletech and they're like, okay, we're done. I'm like, what are you gonna do next? And it's like, oh, it's gonna be secret. It's like, so okay, it's gonna be interesting.
I love if you look at the agenda, there's just secret all the activity. And if you scroll down, there's so much secret stuff and to be announced stuff.
True. It's be cool.
Apparently not on the first day because, yeah. Hey, secret event. There we go.
I think we're not fully aware of what Hairbrain Schemes has been working on. I think just like with yeah.
No,
not at all. Loads of speculation. Some people say Crimson Sky. Some people say Shadow One. Some people say something completely new. I think we've learned that they're working on 2 projects simultaneously, but no confirmation. And yeah, check out the announcement show during PdxCon. It's gonna be on Friday, 8 p.m. Swedish time, whatever that works out to in your time zone. Yeah, check it out and see what HBS has in store for the future.
wow, Crimson Skies be interesting actually, and another Shadowrun would be kind of cool. Both those would be good ideas. At least I will love them. Crimson Skies, damn.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
My gut feeling is though that they'll want to keep diversifying their portfolio, trying different games, because the thing with coming back to an old project is it's always just going to be compared to the way it was before. So you have to cater to old expectations, but also add a new spin on things to make sure, a new twist to make sure it's worth making a sequel. And that's just so much harder to do compared to just saying, hey, we come up with this whole new idea. We don't have to talk to anyone else to get this IP. Come and see our cool new game.
Yeah, true.
And if we want to get a bit into speculation, Paradox has recently been doing some more like crime empire style simulation game with Empire of Sins. They've been doing Vampire the Masquerade is one of the IPs they can make games for. And with HBS experience and doing like role play top down or XCOM style games, I would think some kind of RP focused XCOM style game in maybe more of a fantasy steampunk crime setting. Who knows?
Or just steampunk.
Cops and robbers. We'll see.
Yeah, cops and robbers.
We'll see. I'm definitely excited for the PdxCon announcement show. The announcement show is always really fun with lots of trailers and stuff. So check it out on Friday.
Be cool. And I think we got one more thing after that, right?
No, that's more or less all of our topics.
Wolves.
Oh, right.
Yeah, wolves.
We did mention it at the very beginning, which is why it's like,
yeah.
Yep, that's the important part.
Wolves is was it the second season or the second thing for it?
Second wave.
It's officially called Wave 2. It's basically just a major content update with a lot of new stuff.
Okay.
And as always, check out the link in the description. I believe Bob is probably gonna link their Twitter.
Yeah, definitely.
Where you can see a lot of fun previews and download links and all those good things.
Yeah, he's really working at that. Basically like doing his thing. That's cool actually. Been really working at that. I think his name is Pajama Boy too. So yeah, download the game. It's free to play. You could battle out with your friends. You have a bunch of bajals if you want to, and see who's the best.
No need to register anything. Just download the thing, unpack, and launch the exe.
Exactly.
And have some fun in wave-based like Assault style.
Wave 2. Here it comes. Wolves. Hey. Okay, so is that the last what we're doing here?
That was the First Circuit Podcast, episode number 146, which I haven't mentioned at the beginning, and also I apparently got the episode number wrong last time. So I'm terribly sorry for confusion. Next week it's gonna be consistent again, I hope.
We're gonna have a hiatus for about a month though, because I'm moving. So we're gonna be probably the next episode's gonna be around
Yeah,
the-
We'll be
wait. We'll
back.
wait and
That's all
see.
that matters.
yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Follow us on Twitter for updates on whenever we launch a new episode.
Because we do have Mechwarrior 5 DLC coming out and all that, and we also have an upcoming patch for MWO coming this month. So lots to cover. Just old Bob is going to be quite busy this month, and yeah, we'll keep you posted.
If possible, you guys just do the episode, and I'll go ahead and just pop it up or something. Just depending what's going on.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah.
Same.
Anyways, that's back talk there. Okay. Thank you for watching episode 146 of the First Circuit Podcast. My name is Old Bob, and bye-bye. And we have Ian as the host.
Bye-bye.
And Biter as a host as well.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you later. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching, though.
And I hope staring at my face wasn't too annoying, since I'm the only one with a camera.
Exactly. You guys have a good day, man. Thank you so much. And we'll see you on the battlefield.